fast forward, we started traveling together. Me and Pat went to LA. We went to New York. We went to Miami.
I know about that. Chicago.
Yeah, we went to London, Chicago. Where else did we go? Bro, we would go. Mind you, I'm doing all this in school while in high school and college.
Yeah, no wonder you dropped out.
Yeah, bro.
You're
So,
yo, fuck this.
Facts. Like, there was days I had finals, tests, like big important tests, bro. I would not go, and Pat would just be. Pat was like my like the bad person on my shoulder.
Whisperer.
Yeah, he was just like, yo, bro, Lex, like if we go, he'd be like, Lex, like if we go to LA, like you gonna make a lot of money,
fuck
Lex.
the CRCTs, right? All right, welcome back to another episode of the Levity podcast. I'm your host, Taman.
I'm your co-host, HB.
And I'm your co-host, Phil.
And we have a special guest, strongest man on Instagram right now. You mind introducing yourself?
Yeah, it was good. I'm Alexis Montoya. Shout out to my guys here for having me on their podcast. And yeah, we here.
Nice.
Oh,
Okay.
Boo, 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 boo.
So tell us a little bit about what you do, and I know you have a whole fitness thing going on, and we'll probably break it down a little more as we go through the podcast. But yeah, let us know. Well, actually, let's start with how your journey began and how you got here to this day.
Shit, all right, so damn, I don't even know where to start. Yeah, fact.
Yeah, I'm curious now.
So basically my whole journey with, I mean, the reason why I'm here is because I think I'm an entrepreneur. I'm pretty smart. I know how to gravitate towards other people.
And you fuck with us.
Yeah, and I fuck with y'all. Facts.
He's doing us a favor.
So it all started like 13 years old. I started with reselling. I was big into like talking to people. I think my communication skills really are really well as far as meeting new people and getting people to fuck with me.
Yeah.
So it all started with reselling. Then I scaled that business, and then I started teaching other people how to get into that business. And then I helped over 1,300 people with that. And then there was just a point in my life where I was like, yo, I'm fat, but I'm rich, but I'm fat.
What the fuck?
And then I was like, all right, I need to change my life. And then I got into fitness. And then, yeah, I'm here now.
Yeah, it's something special you got for being at such a young age of teaching that many people already, over 1,000 people. Because it's not hard being I guess you would be considered a teacher. Right, a mentor.
Yeah, for sure.
And if you started at 13, I'm assuming you probably also mentored people in high school too.
Yeah.
That's something that's like a sales gene not everybody got, you know?
Yeah.
You know, speaking of like teaching in like high schools and stuff, didn't you go to like a high school and like teach them?
Yeah, I go to the high school I graduated from. I go every year.
Oh shit, that's dope.
Yeah, I go before winter break, and I basically break down like how I was in their position and how I dropped out of college. I was only in college for a year and a half, dropped out, and I was able to make the same day I dropped out was the same day I was kicked out my mom's crib. Ooh. And that same day, I'll remember it forever. It was March 15th of 2019. That was the day.
Specific.
That was the day I was kicked out, and then the next day I actually dropped out. So yeah, I did that, and then I was like, yo, I put my back against the wall, moved to downtown Atlanta. Do you guys know where the aquarium is?
Yeah, I love that place.
I moved right.
That's the place with all the fishes, right?
Yeah.
I moved right across the aquarium, bro. I had the biggest apartment in that whole complex. Like my balcony went from my room to my roommate's room, and it was just one full ass balcony. And then
that's the size of my apartment.
Did you have a good view of the Shark Tank from your?
Hell yeah, bro! I saw the Shark Tank getting built, but yeah, I was there, bro, and I came up. Basically, long story short, I came up, and I don't regret it. So every year I go to my school and I tell them like, look, like, you know, school wasn't for me. I was hustling. I was actually skipping school, high school and college, driving to the malls and stuff like that. And you know the deal. We'll get into it.
Yeah, that's actually how we met. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just through the whole like reselling stuff.
Yeah. So I was selling shoes seriously selling shoes until the beginning of 2022. January was like the last month that I stopped fully like selling shoes. I sold everything. Is there
a reason why you stopped? Is it because you found something else you're passionate about, or is it?
I think it goes back to where I was like, yo, I'm fat, but I'm rich. And I was just like, okay, yeah, I have bread, but I'm fat. So I was just like, bro.
Khaled, do something. Listen to
you
him.
need balance in all things.
No, you got to put that on a T-shirt. It'll be like a crazy, like, you know.
Facts. Nah, bro, I was just like, I don't want to do this no more because I can't focus on myself. I'm too attached to the money. And I realized that selling shoes requires too much work. I got to go out, get the shoe. Then I got to come back home. Then I got to go sell that shoe. I got to find someone to buy that shoe. And or it's like, it could be easy sometimes. You can go out, you buy the shoe, and then boom, you go sell it right away. But it's not always that easy. So I was just like, bro, this is way too much work. And I like the phrase, work smarter, not harder. And when I realized, like, yo, I was working too hard for my money and I wasn't happy, I was just like, I got to stop doing this. So that happened. That really hit me in January of 2022.
You know, it's pretty interesting because, like, I met you around, like, 2020, right?
Yeah.
Around that time.
You were like 32 then?
Yeah. 40 sometimes.
Oh, okay.
On a good day.
Bro was hustling, bro. Was hustling.
Yeah, I mean, we were working out here, right? Yeah, it was tough.
The
But
grind was real, not gonna lie.
the grind was real, like 12 hours a day. I'm pretty sure you were
Yeah.
working like that too.
Bro, I was grinding, yeah, for sure. About like, not no 12 hours a day. Hell no.
Nah, our shit was more, bro. Ain't no way. We would be in bed, like, fucking still messaging people, trying to, like.
So would
get
you
clients
guys
and
be
stuff.
more like physical sales, and did you do a lot like online sales?
I sold to them.
Oh.
So this is how we met. Interesting.
Yeah. Let's talk about it.
I just met him randomly because we know another guy named Pat, and he like introduced us to Lex, and I was like, okay, nice to meet you. My name's HB. It was kind of awkward, you know. It's like, oh, hey man, you sell shoes? We buy shoes.
You
And
like
then-
shoe, I sell shoe. Like, it's a good combo, you know what I'm saying?
50 for this, 20 for this.
Yeah,
You
pretty
break, you
much.
buy, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, bro. I remember like, so I knew Pat way before I knew them,
Mm.
and I was just like, yo, Pat's expanding. I just remember like 3-4 Asians just always
Who the
hustling,
fuck
bro.
are these guys?
Just
It's like
moving,
the
bro. They were
Genghis
like,
Khan of shoes.
no, they were like minions, bro. Minions. They were just in and out, in and out.
Yeah, we showed up
in
like
and
little
out, bro.
Power Rangers, dude.
They would just run out, come back in with shoes. Go back out, come back in with shoes.
So like
But
to
yeah,
just kind of describe that imagery, we would literally like stack a car with like what 100 pairs of shoes.
Sketch though.
It is so sketch.
Wild.
That many
Like I
shoes?
promise you, when you look at it, you're like, okay, these guys are gonna get either robbed
Yeah.
or something's gonna happen to them. Because even
in
he's-
Atlanta, mind you, we're in
Yeah.
Atlanta.
and I'm sure you've seen us like store the shoes in the morning before, right? And you were like, what
sometimes I used to drop off shoes to his
wow,
crib
we're about
while
to get ready,
yeah,
and you were like, yo, what the fuck are these guys doing?
bro, I used to always tell Pat like, bro, be safe. Like that was it. It was just like,
I mean, you
safe,
gotta be
bro.
strapped.
You could have
if
told me
gonna
that
do
too.
that.
I wanted to be safe too, bro.
Yeah,
Not
I
for the
was-
minions, just for Pat.
Yeah, but that's pretty much how we met, and like the hustle culture behind it was just it's pretty awesome. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
dope. I saw you guys hustling, bro. I mean, speaking of Pat actually like he put me on to the reselling stuff. So like we
I
would
did not know that.
yeah, bro, like I was 13 and I remember Pat had copped a Porsche.
He recruited you at 13?
Nah.
That's crazy.
I
That's
thought
wild.
we were early.
Offers.
I'm calling child
Bro.
services, bro. Like,
You guys know Wish Atlanta?
Yeah.
I would camp there, and this was before I knew who Pat was. He would just pull up flexing, and I was just like, yo, I'm trying to get like that guy. And then I think once I became like 16, 17, I remember just approaching him, and I was just like, yo, bro, like I'm Lex, whatever. This is my crew. And it was just like my other boy Pat, and my other boy Nate, and it was just us three, and we were like, yeah, bro, like we could sell to you. And then that's how we got cool. And then fast forward, we started traveling together. Me and Pat went to LA. We went to New York. We went to Miami.
I know about that.
Yeah,
Chicago.
we went to London, Chicago. Where else did we go? Bro, we would go. Mind you, I'm doing all this in school while in high school and college.
Yeah, no wonder you dropped out.
Yeah, bro.
You were like,
So
yo, fuck this.
facts. Like there was days I had finals,
Mm-hmm.
tests, like big important tests, bro. I would not go, and Pat would just be. Pat was like my like the bad person
The
on my
devil's
shoulder.
whisperer.
Yeah, he was just like, yo, bro, Lex, like if we go, he'd be like, Lex, like if we go to LA, like you gonna make a lot of money,
fuck
Lex.
the CRCTs, right?
And I'd be like, all right, bro, like I got class. He's like, Lex, like come
There's
on,
money,
Lex.
money.
And I'd
Money's
be
the
like,
real
"All right,
test."
bet." So I would go, and I'd be like, bet, fuck school. And then we would make bread. And I just remember the day I quit my job was because of Pat. So, yeah, shout out to Pat. Yeah,
such a convincing guy. Like, he really
Nah, I mean, bro, imagine you got an Asian who's wearing LV, who's wearing Off-White Chicago.
Johnny Dang.
You know what I'm
Have
saying?
you ever seen him?
Driving the Porsche.
It's different. Like
No,
his.
okay, so I don't personally know him, but I've seen like videos of him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks like the most generic Korean dude, but drip the fuck out. Like he looks like I feel like if he just put on a suit, I could definitely see he like goes to an office or some shit.
Yeah.
But now he has like a fucking VVS diamonds in his patent moon and shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn.
You know, I do respect him a lot though.
Yeah, facts,
Like
facts.
out of all things, I mean, he was like, we had a personal relationship, but at the same time, the thing I respect the most is the hustle culture.
Yeah.
He's a grinder, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
he
you really be
grinds.
hustling out here.
Yeah, like there's times when I definitely disagree with him and for sure argue with him. Still love you, but like,
Yo, as two Koreans in one business, you can't not argue.
dude, that was huge, dude. But like the arguments would get like really, really tough.
Yeah.
But I go back and I was like, damn, I learned a lot.
Yeah.
I learned a fuck ton from this guy that taught me how to grind, hustle, and really learn how to make money. So it kind of makes you think, okay.
It's crazy because he made us quit our jobs too. He's like, yo, sell these shoes.
Wait, I don't know if you guys can answer this. I wanna ask both of you guys this, but I mean, there's a lot of money involved in reselling shoes. What is the largest transaction that you've witnessed or have done?
Sheesh, bro.
Tell them the
I
story,
can
bro.
answer that.
You know, I want to know your story first. I'll tell you
Alright.
ours after.
All right, my
You don't have to
biggest-
name drop, but just like
No,
No,
we won't name
so
drop.
you
We
said,
won't
so you
name
said
drop.
witness, right?
witness or have done. Yeah.
All right, witnessed. I've seen 150 racks spent
Shoes?
on shoes.
This better
Yeah.
give me a college
It had
degree
to,
and like
yeah,
a
it was
fucking-
it's like close to 150.
But what are-
Personally done on shoes, it had to be like 40 something K. Yeah.
40 something K on shoes.
Yeah, that was one transaction, one person.
My Vans are $80.
Is it?
God damn.
Does it have to be anonymous to see who the person was, the transaction was, or
Uh,
are you allowed to say the name?
I don't even know his name.
Okay.
I know.
He's mysterious like that? What the fuck?
I mean, it was with Pat. It was Pat, but someone else,
Uh-huh.
and I don't know. But for me, I sold to Pat. Yeah, I think it was to Pat.
That's full circle right
yeah,
there.
yeah. My biggest transaction was to Pat and this other dude, Gabe, and they bought. Oh, and this other dude, you know, ATL Addictions.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that was in one day. I made like my biggest transaction was 46K altogether. Yeah.
Like 46. Imagine, how old were you?
I was 20. I was 20.
If I was 20 with 46 racks in one day,
I would donate it to Levity Podcast.
fuck no. I'd go to Cheetah.
It spends it all the whole night.
Bro, what's crazy is I tweaked though. I shouldn't have done that shit.
what'd you do?
Because I did it because I wanted to invest into stocks, and this was during COVID, bro.
But
so because
everyone was making,
I was
everyone-
making bread in stocks,
Yeah,
but what
everyone
happened
mooning.
was, I was mooning until that shit crashed, and I was losing bread. So my 46K, I actually lost 26 bands of that. If I would have just held the fucking shoes,
You just lost like
I would have been more up. I was gambling. I was lit, but I was lit and down because
That
of
shit's
that.
wild.
So how about you guys?
Yeah. Tell us.
man, it's probably around the same range that you said, like 47 to 50K, and that was by Lil Baby.
Damn.
Yeah. So you know that one video that Pat has when it's like a bunch of dollar bills, just $100 bills lined up.
Yeah.
And just Lil Baby just says something, right? That was me recording it.
Damn.
And I was pretty much like, at the moment, I was like, where the fuck does this much cash come from? You
Yeah.
know? Because
Yeah.
what he does, what I saw was, it's first of all, he brings a Chrome Hearts duffel bag, right? And it looks like custom made as well. I don't know if it is or not. Opens it up. Me and Phil are like, yo, what the fuck is this? It's all stacks of $100 bills in there. And we're like, oh shit. And this is right when we set up the whole apartment thing. Like, you know how we had to set up everything. He just brings whoever he wants. He was like, I want this. I was like, this is.
No, he said, give me everything in a size 9.
Oh, yeah, that's
basically.
pretty much
so
what
we
he said.
pulled out fucking everything.
Yeah.
Damn.
He's
And
a size
then-
9.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a size 9. And you know, you've sold shoes before. There's people who are like, nah, like, yeah, bring everything you got. And you bring it, and they're like, I want one of these. And then you're just like, bro, what the fuck is this? But you sell it, you're like, whatever. But Lil Baby, when he says he's gonna bring all the size 9s, he actually brings all the size 9s and buys them all.
Damn.
And he's like, yeah, put them in.
He said, pack it in the trunk. Yeah.
Wow.
That was pretty much the biggest transaction I've seen.
That's lit.
And then we had to see him again while he was doing like a music video, and I gave him like Korean chips or something like that.
No, we all traded chips because he gave you like the little wrap snack.
Oh yeah, he gave us rap snacks.
Oh
Yeah.
Rap snacks, yo, those
Yeah.
are good.
Are they smack?
They're good.
Yeah,
I
they're
tried
fire.
them.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
tried the Migos one, the Baby one, and then I think there was a girl. Maybe it was.
I think it was Cardi or something.
I
I
think
Maybe
it
it
was
was
remember.
Cardi.
It
could've
All
been-
of them
yeah,
were
yeah.
good.
or
Yeah.
Sweetie. Or,
Yeah.
I don't
Boom.
remember.
Don't know what those
I
things
gotta
were.
try that.
No, it's
Where
good.
do you
but
get
they-
rap snacks?
They're only like in like put like chevrons in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Like some inside the city.
Like random ass places.
Yeah, random ass places.
No, we got him down the street, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
He's Gavin. For real?
No, for real. Yeah. I'll show you where after.
Oh, that's what we're going after. Okay, bet.
Sounds like a setup.
Dude, don't talk about setups, man. Dude, that gives me trauma.
Why? Tell us about it.
Okay, we're gonna bring this up again. So, I feel like I got set up. So back when I was working with Pat, I don't want to say I got set up. Okay, so I looked at him. So pretty much what happens, the way we sold shoes is we would mark down each person the time. But we're like super organized about it.
Yeah.
I'm meeting this person at this time, because we have multiple people going to multiple places, obviously. So Pat told me, do not go to West End. You know, obviously Metro Atlanta, don't go there,
Yeah.
right? And then I saw on the list, it says HB, go to West End Mall. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, who the fuck is sending me here? And then in my head, I'm thinking, okay, like, I guess Pat knows the person, like, personally there that, like, needs to go there. And then I was like, fuck it, like, I'll just go there, right? It's a quick transaction. How bad could it be? Bro, that was a very bad transaction. So I go there, I meet the guy, and I'm like, okay, who am I selling it to? I find the guy. He's just in the middle of the parking lot. He's like, yo, what's up? My name's this, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, what's up? My name's HB. We're exchanging. I feel something tap on my head. The dude's like, drop everything. And I see the guy I'm selling to run away. And I was like, all right, I'm fucked.
My fault, dude.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to.
You know about this?
Nah.
Yeah. I was
That's
like,
crazy.
I am fucked right now. And he was like, drop everything and give me everything that you have right now. So I was like, bro, honestly, you can just take everything. Like, just don't shoot me, bro. Because like, once you die, you die. It's over. You know, game over. You can't do anything about that.
Did you get a look at him, or
No, I
or
definitely.
you just stayed in front of him the whole time?
No, he was behind me, and then when I turned, he threw me on the floor. And he was like, "Stay on the floor." I was like, "Yes, sir."
Yes, sir.
What the fuck am I gonna do?
Wait, damn. Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
Weston? What? My bad to cut you off, bro. Bro, Weston is scary. Like,
I've never been to West End.
It's getting better, though. It's getting gentrified.
No, but that's where Lil Baby's favorite
Yeah,
wing
oh,
spot
Oh, is that
is.
where the American Deli is?
Yeah,
that's
that's
where
what
we're
we're doing.
Oh,
It's getting better now, but just back then it was such a bad time, and
Was this
COVID was
COVID?
peaking. Yeah,
Yeah, okay,
and he had
okay.
a ski mask on.
Yeah.
I don't know, so many thoughts in your head. When you're about to die, you're just like, okay, like, is this how it ends? Like, what the fuck's about to happen now? You know? But then from there, it just kind of ended. He just opened my car, took the other PS5s, because we were selling hella PS5s back then.
Oh, he even went to your car?
Yeah, he was like, what's everything that you have? And I was like, oh, hey, if you're not going to shoot me, here you go. It's in my car. Like, go ahead. Like, what am I going to do? Because he's literally looking at my car the whole time. So, of course, I'm going to just be like, yeah, that's my car. And then he opens the car and then takes it and just casually walks away. Do you know what the most annoying part was about this? There's a fucking cop, like, down the block.
Oh, wow.
And I looked at the cop. The cop looks at me, and I was like, come on, bro. Like what the fuck you doing, bro?
Nah,
like,
that's-
you definitely saw him. He's fucking running away with 4 PS5s like this. You can do something about it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, the cop was like, "That is not my job, dog."
And
Some Weston shit.
yeah, and then from there, pretty much, I was like, yo, who the fuck sent me there?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, little did he know, I was the one who wrote down West End.
Oh, actually?
Yeah,
Wait, what?
yeah.
So you and Op?
No, because we were always.
Wait, what?
We always coordinate like the routes and stuff like that, so then we can work more efficiently. And like I would always be talking to like 20 customers at a time, and then like one of the places they told me to go was West End. So I was like, okay, like West End, like because we're always in a rush, so I'm not really thinking about it as much. So I was like, okay, fuck, like just gotta pump out all these clients and whatever.
So where's the PS5s?
It's not me, bro.
Yeah, wait.
That's fucked up, bro. But pretty much that happened, and like, what am I gonna do? Blame Phil? Like, I know how it's like. I know how stressed out we were the whole time. Like, we were grinding that shit, and it was like, fucking downtown Atlanta 24/7. We're barely getting sleep. We're eating Subway every single day because that's like the nearest thing from his house.
Yeah.
I was eating Altoids in my car, bro.
Altoids. You still do?
Yeah. Yeah, you know, like the SpongeBob meme, like sandy water, water. Yeah, that was me like eating like Altoids, like fuck, like food.
Have you ever had moments where you're like, oh fuck, like I can't do this anymore. Like this is too much to the
Reselling?
point.
Or in general?
Just like hustle culture, bro. Like you
You
get so tired of something, you just kind of lose it.
Yeah, I actually had this that exact thought like 2 days ago. Like with this whole fitness thing that I have going on, it's like, so I do webinars. I host a free training every single Sunday. I run Facebook ads to that webinar and I get people to show up, right? But the product I was selling, what I noticed was it wasn't selling. And bro, like it was about 2 days ago, I was just like, fuck this. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, is fitness the right route I want to take? You know what I mean? And then I realized, I was like, bro, I'm just being a bitch. You know what I mean? Like, I can sell this. I just need to make it better, or I need to make it sound simpler. So I have that exact moment all the time, bro. I think it's normal and it's good to have those moments though. Like, fuck this. I don't want to do this no more.
Wait. So how did you end up pivoting from the reselling thing to the current fitness thing?
So like I was saying earlier,
There's a lot of money
bro.
involved in the reselling of shoes.
Yeah, bro, there is. And what's crazy is like sometimes I'm like, I wonder where I would be if I was still reselling.
Yeah.
Because knowing what I know now, I think I'd be on like a whole nother level. Oh shit, good looks. But yeah, knowing what I know now, I'd definitely be on a whole nother level. But I'm kind of glad I'm not reselling anymore. Cause like I said earlier, like it's just a lot of road running. I mean, you could definitely make it easier. You can work smarter with selling shoes, but I just think the type of people that you're dealing with, I think makes me not want to do it. Because I'm dealing with people who cap. I'm dealing with people who think they got it but don't got it. And I think the only way to avoid dealing with those people is to have like some sort of storefront. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like having a physical store to where people are there because they want to shop rather than me trying to find the shoppers. You know what I mean? That's what I was doing. I was always posting shoes like size 9, 170, size 10, 380. You know what I mean? So I'm waiting for someone to hit me up. And then that person might cap, they might flake. And because they flaked, now my time has been wasted where I could have found another buyer. You know what I mean? That's the shit I hated the most.
Exactly what you mean.
Yeah, bro. So that's what made me, I think, the people involved in the shoe game made me not want to be in the shoe game. But what I ended up doing to pivot from selling shoes was like, yo, let me teach people how to sell products in general. Because I sold not just shoes, I sold patio heaters, I sold misting fans, I sold bird feeders, I sold a bunch of
Yeah, I was actually
miscellaneous
needing
shit.
a bird feeder. No, I'm just fucking.
They really coming to you
I
now.
was gonna say, bro, because I was gonna say you're my audience, bro. I was selling those things to those.
They got hella birds in the back, bro.
Yo, like I was selling crazy products, and that's how I was coming up. Like I was selling everything, anything that made me money, I was selling it. But it was just the people, and like it made me not want to do it. So to answer your question, what made me pivot from from selling shoes to fitness? It was just looking at myself in the mirror and realizing like, okay, yeah, I'm making money, cool. But am I happy with myself? Like, am I happy with the way I looked? You know, you just said it. Like, bro, you two, you were just grinding. You were eating Altoids. I was the same way. I would bring like a bag of food. I would drive to wherever I had to go to pick up the shoes. I'm talking like Stonecrest, Greenbrier. You know, I live in the suburbs. So from driving to the suburbs all the way over there, that's an hour minimum. And then, mind you, you got to start your day early because you're trying to beat traffic.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you got to come back home and there's still traffic no matter what time, bro. So it's like that shit was making me mad. So yeah, there was just one day I was just like, yo, you know what? I want to pivot from shoes to fitness. And I looked at myself in the mirror. I was like, this isn't what I want. I'm not trying to look like this. My beard was growing. My mustache was growing. My hairline was fucked. And I was just like, I want to take care of myself. And yeah, I made that transition. I was like, I don't care about the money. I have enough money to where I could live for a whole year and not make $1. And that's actually what I did. I stopped caring about money. I stopped caring about like, I really just stopped caring about money, and I just took myself serious, and I just worked on myself. And I'm no bodybuilder. I'm no like influencer or anything like that. I just wanted to get 1% better every single day. And the way I did that was just by going to the gym, eating a bit healthier. Like I still like to drink, I still like to eat junk food, but I just don't eat or do what I used to do.
And you're just a
when
bit more mindful of like what you do now, what you put in your body, right?
Yeah,
Health
yeah.
is wealth, bro. That's
Health
some
is
real shit.
Health is well for real. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, just going with that, I think you're like, it's funny because I know you're saying it sucks doing the whole
Yeah.
reselling thing. You're even downplaying it, to be honest. Like,
Think so?
the amount of times where people flake is
Bro.
so, dude, that shit was fucking annoying.
Yeah, I think the people ruined reselling. 'Cause
Reselling in general.
when I started reselling at 13, it was not like how it is. Now everyone's a reseller.
Yeah, dude.
Everyone.
It's hella saturated. And not to
Yeah.
mention, these people are like, yeah, I'll be there, bro. I'll be there, bro.
Yeah.
2 hours later, I'll be there, bro. Dude.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I still see it on like ATATF, like
Yeah.
the comments,
Uh-huh.
like they're crazy. Like
Everyone's
people will drive
pissed.
like 2 hours, and then they'll be like, okay, don't sell to this guy.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm saying.
Yeah, there's still people
Yeah,
like
there's
that.
still
You know what
people
I
like
mean?
that.
And it's annoying as fuck.
I mean, it's
bro.
easy for them to flex behind the keyboard. So obviously,
All the time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Would you say you're happier now that you're more focusing on yourself? I mean, of course you were already focusing on yourself in terms of like making money and stuff like that. But now that you feel like you're physically becoming healthier, which also like technically mentally helps you a lot more.
I think I'm 100 times more happier because
Okay.
I think, like you said earlier, health is wealth. I think we need to start taking care of what we already have, which is our minds, our bodies, and then focus on the money. And I think society has it backwards. I think society is telling you, yo, focus on getting a bag and then focus on yourself. But what happens is that you focus on a bag, it's 10 times easier to lose that bag way quicker because you didn't know what it took to get it in the first place. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can make a quick 100K, you know what I'm saying, within a year, no doubt. But to keep that 100K is what matters, right? And I think with fitness, it teaches you discipline, it teaches you consistency.
And delayed
And-
gratification.
Yeah, that's another
huge.
thing. So like all those 3 key points, bro, you learn, and when you can apply those same things to business, you can apply that to business and then be like, yo, you know what? Let me be disciplined. Let me be consistent. And, you know, I know, yeah, this is only 100K, but I can make this 100K to $1 million. You know what I mean? You just got to take it step by step by step by step. And I think when I was focused on the bread, I didn't think like that. I was just like, yo, this is always going to come. This is always going to keep
It's gonna
coming.
be there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I think like,
And that's not the case. Yeah.
I guess what you're also trying to say is sometimes you gotta take a step back.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like you did something similar to that as well.
I'm still doing it right now. I haven't worked in like 8 months.
Word.
Nah, but like you used to be grinding, like
Word.
in terms of as a
Like on the dance floor. Like he was
Crazy,
bro.
crazy on the dance floor. You remember me in Chicago? Shit nuts. But I wanted to go off. You're doing something that a lot of people can't do and want to do is you're bettering yourself mentally and physically, but at the same time you built a brand and a whole company based off that.
Yeah.
So I know you do, webinars and you do all these online classes. Do you also teach people how to build a brand for themselves, or is it strictly like physical training?
I think that's something I want to get into, and I think I'm taking it like step by step. Like first, let me just help a bunch of people get right, and then let me teach other people in the future.
I guess that builds the confidence for them to.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how, like, me and my partner, we talk about that all the time. I'm like, yo, let's make $1 million in gross at least, and then once we make that million, once we see that M on the stripe, let's screenshot that bitch and let's show other people how they can do the same thing. And I tell everybody, like, you guys have a podcast, and for anybody that's watching this, right, if you have some sort of skill and you feel like that you're good at this, or you have just, a little bit more than the average person, you can definitely create some type of group around that and teach other people how to do the same. You know what I mean? Like, if you guys started a podcast, you guys just told me, bro, this didn't take a lot of money to start up. A lot of people think that you need bands. I thought you needed a lot of money to start a podcast. And I was just like, when you guys told me how much y'all spent, I'm like, bro, like, this is y'all setup. This is good. This is
And you
smooth.
know too, because you had your own podcast. At one
Yeah,
point, too.
and I spent bread, bro. I was like, wait, I could have saved money and did what y'all did, and still like pump out 10 times more content. You know what I mean? You guys are saving money and you're saving time too. I was on some like, that phrase. It's like, fuck, I don't know. I just lost train. I think it's called like not analysis paralysis, but it's another one where you just think you have to spend a lot of money, or you feel like you have to have everything perfect before you can start. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That's how I was with my
Okay.
podcast.
Okay.
I needed the best fucking microphones, the best roadcasters, the best everything, the best mics. And I tweaked. I didn't need all that, you know? Like, this is
Yeah.
perfect. Like, what y'all have is good. And you can teach this to somebody else so they could save money and save time and save, like, what I did, thinking, like, I needed the most high-tech shit. You know what I mean?
I think to add on that, though, as much as it was cheaper, I think you have to put that much more time. And I don't think people really appreciate or know the amount of time it takes to actually get something to work. Like, as much as you're showing, like, people how to lose weight and stuff like that, you doing this editing process, teaching other people how to do it, thinking of the idea and the whole factory of everything else behind what you're showing, it's like 4 or 5 times more work than what people actually think.
Yeah, that is facts.
Yeah,
But
like,
a good thing that's going to benefit you guys in the future is, like, you know how you like your shit. So because you did it yourself, when you hire someone else, it's like, weak, fired, find another person.
I see.
Because we're our own litmus test for
Exactly.
that.
You already know what you like. And if they can't duplicate what you like in a shorter amount of time, it's like, yo, your ass. You know, I might as well just do it myself and put in the extra 3 hours, let's say.
Pretty
You know
much.
what I mean? But yeah. I wanted to go ahead and pivot real quick. I wanted to ask y'all a question.
All right, cool.
All right. So I know this y'all's podcast. What made y'all like want to put on like the onesies? Like, how'd that come into like? How did that
Phil,
come
I think
into?
you got this one because he's the one that chose these.
I fuck with it. I fuck with it. It's smooth. I told him,
Yeah.
I was like, yo, like, it caught my attention.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I think it's dope. It's different.
It really stands out, right?
Yeah. So
I guess I'm
like,
doing my job, dog.
how'd that come into?
So initially we started off with just the name. So then I came up with Levity because I heard the word from Dave Chappelle.
Oh, okay.
And then he's like one of my idols in terms of like comedians and stuff like that. And then using that word, I was like, yo, like what kind of theme can we build around this?
What does it mean?
So it goes along the lines of like speaking about things in a humorous way. So just being able to make fun of everything and like not take yourself too seriously. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then like that way we could talk about all these like serious, like sometimes like traumatic things. But then if we had like put some humor into it, we can teach and like share our experiences with other people.
I fuck with that. With
Yeah.
that. I feel like the world is too serious.
I'm saying.
So that
sure.
name is like perfect, where you can come on your podcast and like not be that deep.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know
I
what
mean, I think another thing is being a voice.
Yeah.
I think that's one of our goals as a podcast as well. I think one thing for sure is, as much as we want to talk about serious things in a more humorous way, I think it's one for sure to make ourselves comfortable, and make our guests comfortable as well. And I think the beauty of it all is just making Atlanta grow. You know,
that's
just
dope.
as you said earlier, like people, it's not that hard to start something like this. But a lot of people in Atlanta are always like, it doesn't feel like there's enough grinders like that want it as much, not
Yeah.
because they can't do it, but they're too scared to.
Or
I
if
feel like
anything, it's like what you were talking about earlier, where like everything has to be perfect
Yeah.
before they start, and we want to be the example of like you don't have to have everything perfect.
Yeah.
We just
That's
want to go
dope.
ahead and start, and then we can show everyone else like you could do the same thing.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. I mean, till this day, I feel like me and my cousin, we have that issue sometimes where we think everything has to be perfect. But I think what people like to see, they like to see growth. So someone who's watching this podcast right now, if they watch this your episode 50 or 100, right, they're going to see some type of level up. Maybe it's just art. Maybe it's just better lighting.
Better
They're going to
suits.
see the growth. You know what I'm saying? Better
Yeah.
seats, whatever it may
Yeah,
be.
yeah.
And they're going to be like, damn, like, you know, they're getting better and better and better. So sometimes it's good to just start, like you said. That's the best thing you can do. And that's what me and my cousin try to do. We try to just start. Like, I think there's a quote that one of my boys say a lot. It's like, success loves speed. So the quicker you are to start something, the quicker you are to succeed. So instead of just trying to think, you know, let me get everything perfect, let me
Yeah.
just fucking start. Because if I just start, I'm going to be 10 times quicker to reach my endpoint, that success level.
We
You
went
know what
through
I mean?
the same thing before starting this podcast. I think we once got into a point where we were brainstorming before we even had the first episode out, and we were already thinking about problems
Hey, my
before
bad.
they even happen.
Bro.
You know, so for me, it's if you know, idea comes into mind for me, I'm just like, we're not gonna learn anything till we jump into it. It's a trial and error. So once we kind of just jumped off that, you know, it just that first episode, even the first episode, we weren't too fond about it, but we're like, okay, we can only just get better from here.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, I mean, with our fitness community, we started with a Discord. And then we realized, yo, like, the people we're targeting, they don't know how to use Discord.
So you had to teach them how to use Discord first?
Yeah, so we were like, bro, I got to make a video on how to explain like how to use this channel. And I was like, it's straight. Like, let's just push this. Let's keep pushing this out. And fast forward, we had like 250 plus members in there. But I was like, okay, now it's time to get better. Like, now we got to get an app. And then now we're working on a whole app, and we have a whole team like working on it, and like a whole like developer and all that shit. So, you know, this was something that we started a year ago. So 10 months in, you know, now we're growing, we're getting better, and you'll see like with our content too how much better it's gotten. But back to what you said real quick, like the whole the thing where you said you guys were just kind of like, you already think about the problems, bro. That's like the biggest thing. I think people are always they're trying to just dig too deep. Yeah. Where it's like, bro, you didn't even shovel yet.
Overthinking is like the worst.
You're a shoveling ass dude,
Hey,
dude.
I was about to just be like, hey, you
shit.
know what? If we're like trying to target me, like my bad. So like I have a really, I'm not gonna say it's a bad tendency. I think trying to predict what's gonna happen and trying to make sure errors don't happen.
Logical, I guess. Would that be?
No. Okay. Here's a good example. Like, you know, Batman, how he's like always planning contingency and contingencies and shit. That's him, bro. He's always he got like a plan for like Superman if he goes bad, or like you know, like Batman, or like fucking Green Lantern.
He's scary, bro. That's why I like to call people like you, bro. You scary.
Nah, I mean, it's because
scary.
I always like to be prepared just in case some shit might go south. I feel like being over prepared is always more safer than being underprepared.
But that's the thing, we're so young, so why you even like, you can't even be too safe.
I think it happened after the gun incident. You don't know, you never know. You got to take another step forward and just see, in case anything happens, what's the consequence, what might happen if you were to do this. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't stop everything, you know? No, don't have analysis paralysis. That's another lesson I learned. Like, quantity over quality, you know, that's a huge one, because eventually your quantity becomes way better quality. Right.
As it goes on and on.
And I think this podcast, even us working together as a team, the amount that we've improved and the amount of work we put in backstage, it's always been showing.
Bro, I could see it just within y'all's content. When I go to y'all's Instagram page, because you hit me up a couple of days ago or yesterday, I feel like.
Yeah, I think it was yesterday.
So I
That's
was
a real
crazy
friend
DM
right here.
guy, bro.
That's a real ass friend.
Bro, I was like, damn, like y'all have really gotten better. You know, I could see the growth. So yeah, I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad I'm on y'all's podcast.
I think
I appreciate y'all.
Why I think that us three work so well together is because we each have our own thing, kind of. HP is always doing the critical thinking. Phil's always, the technical, and then me, I'm just like, fuck it, let's do it. I'm just the one that always pushes it to fuck it, let's do it.
That's hella accurate.
Yeah. I think every group needs a little bit of worry, a little bit of cautious,
a bit of checks and balance.
Yeah. So I think we work perfectly. I'm very blessed and lucky to find these guys.
Yeah,
you mean
that's
it?
dope.
Huh?
You mean it?
Where's the PS5s?
Hey, that's fucked up,
Meet me out back.
bro.
Meet me out back.
Yo, that's fucked up. I have to work extra because of that shit.
Yeah. No, but speaking about the bread stuff, like after you got all your bread, right?
Yeah.
This is something I was really curious about. What was one thing you regretted purchasing, and then what's one purchase that you think is underrated that you think everyone should start looking into?
Sheesh. That's
You know
a good ass question. So I think the most stupidest shit I ever bought was a $1,000 wallet.
What?
I was pissed, and I
What
ended up
wallet
giving,
are we talking about?
It was a Gucci wallet. It wasn't even anything crazy. It was just
okay.
$1,000 wallet, and it was like a foldable wallet.
The bifold?
For
And
$1,000 bifold?
Yes, bro. And I was so mad. Because the only reason why I bought it is because my boy Pat bought a wallet for my boy Will, and it just so happened to be the same wallet that I had.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh hell no! Like my boy Will, we're roommates. Like he lives right on top of me. This is at the apartment at the spot. So I was like, nah, hell nah. So I went to Gucci by myself, spent a band on a wallet. And I just remember like looking back at that. I was 19 years old. I look back at it and I'm like, bro, I bought a wallet because my boy Will had the same wallet as me. He doesn't even use that same wallet right now. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with me? I was like, I'm a tweak. Gave that wallet. I was so mad about that wallet that I gave it to my dad for free. I was just like, yeah,
really?
Fuck this wallet.
Yeah. I was mad. I was like, bro, this is the stupidest shit I've ever bought. And I've definitely
I hate bifolds.
bro, like, it was just so stupid. I was just like, I did that for what? I spent a band for what? and it just made me mad. But yeah, I've definitely bought some other stupid
He
shit.
buys it and he's in the Gucci store. He goes, "Fuck!"
Bro. No, facts. I feel like that's how I was driving back home. I was like, what the fuck? I just remember the Gucci bag being on the passenger seat. I was like, what the fuck did I just do? Why did I do that?
Yeah.
And it was it was honestly just a flex. It was to honestly be like, yeah, we can't have the same wallet, bro. Like,
was
I
an ego
got a
move.
new wallet.
Yeah, it
No,
was like
one time I bought a wallet, and I really wanted like a nice wallet, right? It was like $400. I was in high school, and I bought it. And my dad was like, "Do you even have $400 to put in that wallet?" And then I returned it.
Nah, damn.
yo, that hurt me.
Damn. Damn.
Yeah,
That
sometimes
shit
you
would
just
have
gotta
made
stick
me
to that
cry,
Velcro
bro.
wallet, bro.
I would have
Gotta
cried.
stick to that Velcro wallet.
Yeah,
sometimes.
now I just don't have a wallet. I just use a rubber band with my cards.
But he got $400 though.
Nah,
I
fact.
do, yeah.
And I think, what was the other question? My bad.
What is one purchase that you think is underrated, that you think
Underrated.
everyone should start looking into?
Yeah, I got that. So I think people should start purchasing courses. And I
Okay.
know that sounds like cliche because I sell courses, but I think people need to start
Good
buying.
marketing.
Yeah, I think people need to start investing in their education because when you pay attention. And I think too many people are trying to find like the free route.
Bars.
And because they're trying to find that free route, they end up taking it takes them 10 times longer to reach their goal. And yeah, that's a noble pursuit. You can definitely take that route. But I think if you really, back to what I said earlier, like if you're really trying to get a bag, success loves speed. So the quicker you could be, if you have 5 bands and the course is a band, spend the band. You know, take the other 4 bands and look at it as like, all right, bet I got 4 bands to invest. It's not like you just spent your entire band. Because people would hit me up and be like, yo, Lex, I want you to teach me how to do Amazon. I want you to teach me how to sell shoes. I'm like, okay, bet, like, how much money do you have, right? This is how much my program is. If you can't afford it, I suggest doing this, right? And I would be like, save that 1,000, raise another, 500. Honestly, you only need an extra 100. But $100 to $1,000, that way you have capital to like work with. And people used to think I was bullshitting. Like, bro, $50, you can turn $50 into a band quick. Because I bought misting fans for $40 plus tax. So even after tax, I still had money left over. And all I had to do to sell that misting fan was to make another, let's say I was selling them for like 70. So I made an extra, what is that, $30? You know what I'm saying? So like, bro, you're making almost 100% ROI, and people don't look at it because they look at it like, oh, it's just $30. But bro, you invested $40 and you're making back almost what you just spent.
The ROI is crazy. Yeah.
That's a good ass ROI.
Let me ask you this. I mean, there are a lot of courses going on right now.
Yeah.
Well, do you have any tips on for people who want to purchase a course but don't know which teacher to choose?
I think that's
like me.
I'm not gonna lie, my network they're beast. I got beast in my circle, but that's a really good ass question, bro. Because there's a lot of course creators and there's a lot of people who have programs, and like it's hard to tell which one's good, which one's not.
I guess it's just all
But
based on research then, huh?
That's the thing. Then you're gonna fall into this rabbit hole where you're just doing research, and I think you just gotta say fuck it and just whoever you found. A lot of people I remember in 2019 I was watching Grant Cardone, I was watching Gary Vee, I was watching who's this other dude, Patrick something,
Jordan
David
Welsh.
Goggins.
nah, not David Goggins.
Jordan
He's
Welsh?
OG. He's crazy. Who?
Jordan Welsh.
Nah, I don't watch him. Is that the Wolf of Wall Street dude?
No, that's Jordan Belfort.
Shit.
Jordan Welsh did the e-commerce course.
Yeah, he did like the Shopify.
He's
like,
pretty
course.
big though.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jordan Welch.
Yeah,
Actually, yeah, dude in Miami.
Yeah, he lives
yeah,
in Florida,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, he's actually cool. I saw him at the gym once. But anyway, fuck. But yeah, back to what you were saying, bro. Like, there's so many good people. I was listening to all these people, and I remember my boy Will telling me like, "Yo, if you're listening to all these people, you're never gonna get to where you want to be because now you're taking all these opinions. You need to find one person that you fuck with and listen to that one person. So that one person can be Grant Cardone, it could be Gary Vee. Just find who you have more in common with. So for me, people gravitated to me because I was like, I got kicked out at 19 and I made 25K in 3 days after I got kicked out. So people were like, damn, I got kicked out at 17. So if I got kicked out, I can make 25K in 3 days. And maybe, that's right. Or maybe no, you know, it's not possible. But
Maybe I
it
should have
all-
got kicked out then. Fuck. Like,
Yo,
I'm
no
waiting on
cap,
this
like,
money, bro.
when you have your back against the wall, your the tendencies that you have are just different because you're like your grind mode is different. So every day I try to grind like my back is against the wall, and I'll tell my cousin this too. I'm like, bro, I miss grinding like how I used to grind when I was 19, because at 19 I was going crazy. So sometimes like in April 1st, I told myself like, bro, I'm gonna grind this month.
Was that a joke?
April Fool's
No,
Day.
that was dead ass.
I see what you did there. You're a funny guy.
But nah, bro, I was like, man, I'm gonna go crazy, and I've been going crazy. I'm just trying to. I think that's what people need to do though. Like, find one person they can relate to the most and listen to them. And then if it's a fail, it's a fail. But you find another person.
To go off what you just said, you missed the grind when you were 19.
Yeah.
Obviously, you were at. I'm assuming that you were making enough money to the point where you didn't need to grind as hard. But
At 19?
no, like after 19, like where you are right now.
Yeah.
So, do you have any tips of like when people get to that stage where they're making enough money, they feel comfortable, they don't want to grind as hard as more? Is there any way that you can get yourself out of that to go back to the stage where you started?
Yeah, I think you need to go to the gym.
Gym?
Yeah, because when you're at the gym, I feel like for me personally, you think better, and you're in a different mindset, and you remember how like someone else could be pushing more weight than you, and you're like, damn, you know, I'm not there yet, you know. And I think if you take those same thoughts and apply them to business, you're gonna see you're never not doing enough. You know, you're never not doing as much as you could possibly do. So yeah, you know, you might think that you're big shit because you made 100K, so now you can chill.
Yeah.
But then you realize, damn, there's someone who's making $1 million a month. You know what I mean? So because they're making $1 million a month, you got to look at that and be like, holy shit, I got to keep grinding. You know what I mean? I think at the gym, when I see somebody pushing 225, or one of my homies, he was pushing like 315, like nothing. I was just like, yo, like I got to keep going. And I apply that same mindset towards business. So I think if you think like you're doing good, or you're in that comfortable state of mind, I think go to the gym and you'll see other people doing better than you, or people who are putting in work or bigger than you or whatever. And you're going to be like, holy shit, like I'm not nowhere where I want to be as far as strength, looks.
Really humbles you.
Yeah, it humbles you. I think if you apply that shit to business, I think a switch will go off in your mind. Like, yo, let me keep going. You know what I mean?
Wait, going into that a little bit more.
Yeah.
My follow-up question to that would be like, does the grind ever stop? Like, what do you have, like a certain end goal in mind, or like what?
I don't
what
know.
Yeah,
I don't think I have an end goal.
yeah, like what's success? Like, how would you define success? Like, what would make you happy? You know what I'm saying?
Freedom. I think I want to be able to, because I never grew up and was like, oh yeah, I want to have a family. I grew up and I was like, I want to have a bad bitch and I want to be able to travel, right? So I got the girl. Now I just want to travel.
Okay.
And I'm just trying to like be able to travel and make bread while like have my business on autopilot. And I think with fitness, like I'm going to be able to do that for sure, because I see people who do it. And I think it's finding that person who's doing what you want to do and like seeing how they live their life, and it's like, holy shit, okay, yeah, they're doing it, I want to do exactly that.
You know,
what I mean?
it seems like a similar topic of like you constantly bringing up people that you compare yourself with. And then it seems like you, instead of just letting the opportunity come to you, you put yourself in that opportunity.
Yeah.
How would you say how would you find these types of people for you to like want
Look
to
up
grow
to?
more? Yeah, exactly.
I think, I mean, bro, we have Instagram.
That's true. But would you just like DM them?
That's what I did. Yeah, I DM'd him. So like I've DM'd Grant Cardone. I've DM'd this other dude, like his name is Law Payne, and I didn't get like a full conversation because I know the value
worth a
they
lot.
have, but
Wow, that's
just the
crazy.
fact that I've gotten like a response. You brought up Jordan Welch. Jordan Welch just released a program where it was like, I'm gonna teach you how to drop ship for $1. And I DM'd him, and I don't follow him. I didn't even follow him. I just DM'd him. I was like, yeah, bro, it's that season. Like you gotta put people on. And he liked the message, and he responded. He was like, facts, like we got to go crazy. And I don't follow him. He don't follow me. But just because I got that conversation in, next time I go to Miami and I see him at the gym, I'll be like, yo, bro, like how's the drop shipping shit going? You know what I mean? So I think like that. I think like, you know, I'm not trying to be a groupie. I know Jordan Welch. I know what his success is. but I don't want to be that guy like, yeah, bro, we got to go crazy. Let's link up sometime. You know what I mean? Because now I'm already being too pushy. But I think you just find someone that you fuck with, and sending them like a positive message is good enough.
It goes a long way.
Yeah, it goes a long way because now maybe I don't know if he did, maybe he clicked my profile and like he saw who I am. So the next time I'm in Miami and I see him, I can approach him and I'll be like, yo, how's the dropshipping going? He might or might not recognize me. And if he doesn't recognize me, I'll be like, oh, bro, like I just DM'd you or whatever. Like, I just wanted to see how that shit was going because I sell products as well online. And then, yeah, that's a conversation. You know what I mean?
I know some people who kind of do what you do, but they have a different mindset. The worst thing they go through is expectations. They expect to get something out of it. And I feel like that's, and nowadays in like your line of work, I feel like it's so, now in this generation, it's so hard to get that grind mindset. So how do you, how many people do you have to go through to make sure you have like a solid team around you?
A lot, bro. Like we just had to fire a close, not fire, I guess, just not work with one of our close friends. You know what I mean? Like, you just got to test trial and error. You know what I mean? It's a trial and error thing. Like, if my cousin all of a sudden was like, yo, bro, I'm not trying to do fitness no more, I'd be like, holy shit, you know what I mean? Like, I got to find somebody else. You know what I mean? Or he would be like, yo, I got to put somebody else in place. Or if I was to be like, yo, I'm not trying to do this shit no more, I'd expect him to like find somebody else or me to at least take initiative and put someone else in my place. You know what I mean? So you always got to try to just move forward. You can't really dwell on like people not fucking with you or whatever.
You mentioned your cousin.
Yeah.
For me, working with family is very hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
would
I
you?
agree.
What's your stance on working with family compared to working, with
I
other
think you
people?
guys have to have the same goals.
Yeah.
It's almost like marrying them, almost. Actually, no cap, because like I'm with this man every day, and he's actually behind the camera right now. But bro, like we're with each other every day, and he'll piss me off, and I'm pretty sure I know for a fact I piss him off. But at the end of the day, I know like we both have the same goals, we both have the same drive, we both have that ambition. And if we both have that, there's no doubt in my mind that we can reach our end goal. But I've tried working with family in the past. I've tried putting on family in the past. And I realize if they don't have the same goals, if they don't have the same ambition, if they don't believe in what I believe, then it's not going to work out. You know what I mean? I've had uncles ask me like, yo, let's invest into this, but they don't want to do any of the work. So I'm like, nah, fuck that. You know what I mean? I've had cousins reach out to me and like, yo, Lex, can you put me on? I'm like, yeah, boom. I'll send them my course for free. They didn't do shit with that course because they didn't have the same ambition. They didn't have the same goals. They didn't have the same drive.
And they didn't pay, so they didn't pay attention.
Exactly. Another thing,
that's the biggest.
That's facts.
Yeah.
But everyone has to have, like you guys mentioned that everyone has their role, right? Me and him have to have our role. Yeah. So I know I'm a marketer. I know I'm a good systematic person. And he knows that he knows about fitness. So why the fuck would I talk more about fitness if I know he knows more about fitness? You know what I mean? Let me just talk about my results and let me talk about how you can do it too.
Like playing amongst your strengths, right?
Right. So it's like you need to know your strengths and weaknesses. They need to know their strengths and weaknesses and then bounce off that. You know what I mean? I think that's really it.
Have you ever like fought with them?
Huh? Oh, fought?
Yeah, well, y'all like fuck you.
Nah.
Nah. Y'all chilling?
Yeah, we're
It's a
pretty
civil
chill.
marriage. It's a civil
It's a
marriage.
civil marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't fight here.
Yeah, nah, we're pretty chill, bro. I mean, there's times where I'll just like ignore him, and I'm pretty sure like he'll ignore me too. But like,
Yo, that's petty.
Yeah, we'll just come back and we'll be like, yo, like, did you get this shit done? He's like, yeah, I got it done. I'm like, all right, bet. Or, like, he'll be like, yo, did you get it done? I'm like, yeah. Like, there were some videos I had to do. I didn't want to do that shit. And I pushed it off for like 2-3 weeks. And he's like, bro,
That was
like,
a long ass time, bro.
And I was like, all right, bet. Let me do these videos, bro, because goddamn. But yeah, I mean, that's just how it is, bro, in business. I feel like having a partner is good, and it can also be bad. I've had good partners, I've had bad partners, but you learn. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure I've been a bad partner in the past as well. You know what I mean? But because I was a bad partner, I learned how to become a better partner. You get what I mean?
Yeah. Oh.
Shit.
Are you working with your fitness Instagram? I guess I almost called it Fitnessgram. Wait, that's a
Yo,
dope
that's-
name.
that's
That's
actually-
kind of
Yo,
nice
yo, wait,
name.
hold
Yo,
up. Fitnessgram's kinda
Yo,
nice.
put this out so
Yo,
no one
fake
sees
gram?
this.
Yeah.
Fitgram would be tough too. Or
Fitnessgram.
Fitnessgram.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Are you working with any brands right now? Like, like kind of like protein or like any stuff like that?
Nah.
You did say you were gonna work on something with a group or something, right?
What you mean?
For the fitness.
For fitness? Yeah, I have my own group. Is that what you meant?
Oh,
No.
like there was a deal with the fitness, or did I hear that?
No, he
wrong?
said he has an app coming out.
Oh,
They-
yeah.
Oh, that's
No,
what
but
it
can you tell
was.
us,
Okay.
What the end goal is with the app? Like, what are you trying to do with that?
So we're about to just come out with a 6-week challenge to take you from fat to fit.
Oh,
So
shit.
anyone who's trying to lose like at least 10 to 15 pounds, like that challenge is going to help you. And 10 to 15 pounds is a lot.
That is
but
a
we've
lot.
had people lose like over 100 pounds. Like I think combined in our group alone, we've lost over 30,000 pounds. And if you do the math, I think it's about like 20 or 30 pounds per person or some shit like
Yeah.
that. But
15,000 tons.
but that's a lot of fucking weight. You know what I mean? But yeah, this app that we're coming out with is our Future Athletic Club. That's our business name. But the challenge is called Fat to Fit. And basically, it's a 6-week challenge to get you right. So for females, it's like build curve, build a booty. For men, it's just like lose the love handles, flatten out your stomach. And yeah, like that's what the end goal for that is, to help people lose weight. And yeah, just take them from fat to fit.
Why is it 6 weeks, if you don't mind me asking?
6 weeks. So 45 days if you really commit yourself. It takes 7 days to actually build a habit. So the other weeks after that, so what is that, 5 weeks, you'll actually start to see results. I think 45 days is all somebody needs to actually like get in the zone. Because 30 days, when you say 30 days, it's like a month.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, oh shit, that's a long time.
Shit, I
but
need
for
this
some
app.
reason, you say 45 days, it's like, oh yeah, that's not that long. I don't know what it is, but 6 weeks, 45 days, you commit to just eating better, moving more, bro, you'll get right. I mean, that's what I did to start, and it worked for me. So I can only teach what's worked for
Yeah,
me.
because I saw you lost 40 pounds too, and it's crazy.
In
Yeah.
what, 10 months?
Yeah, 10 months.
Jeez.
Yeah. Or 12 months now.
And now
a
he's trying to
year.
hit 180 or something
But
like that.
even
Right?
Yeah,
40 pounds in
yeah.
a year, that's a shit ton.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
healthy too. At
That's a
the time
shit
frame that
ton.
he's doing it.
Yeah, I'm not on no OD shit. I don't take like hella supplement. I take creatine, I take protein, and what else? That's it. Creatine and protein.
Methamphetamine? Oh, no.
Yeah.
My bad. Oh, shit.
Yeah, bro. I'm trying to like get
Trend?
into like trend or
Oh, shit.
something.
Yeah, Trend, TRT.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I always see people on TikTok and I'm like, fuck, like I need to take trend. Like, I need to take that shit.
I mean, like, who's natty these days, right?
Yeah, facts. I might not be natty next year.
He's going to come back to the podcast barely
cap.
fitting in that chair.
Bro, no cap. I'm trying to get right. I want to be. Nah. I'm capping. that's like the little person on my shoulder, bro. Like, nah.
Hey
I
Pat,
can't
get
do
off
that.
of him.
Oh shit.
Stop it.
Yeah,
So
I
how many
can't-
times have you said like from fat to fit?
bro? A lot.
You say it so smoothly. I was like, okay, he said this like a million times at least.
Bro, I do it on every webinar every Sunday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we host a webinar every single Sunday,
Okay.
8 p.m. Eastern time. And I go
Link
on
down
there
below.
and I just drop game. I give you all the free tools you need to lose weight. And then at the end, I give you an opportunity to work with me and my team. And if you don't want to work with me and my team, you can go and take the 6-week challenge route and just be a part of a group, of a community that are people that are doing the same challenge as you. And you could talk amongst them and be like, yo, like, whatever, this is my start and this is how I am week 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like a community.
Yeah.
You just don't feel like you're alone.
Do you offer workouts that don't require the equipment from the gym? That
Yeah,
you can
that's-
do at home.
The whole challenge is at home.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Jeez. And then do you also with that app that's coming out? Does it also incorporate like counting your macros and all this food?
Yeah,
and
you
stuff
can.
like-
It integrates with my Fitness Pal. So if you were to count your macros, it'll show us on the Trainerize app. Yeah.
Because he counts his macros like a lot,
Oh, word.
right?
I be counting here and there, you know. Sometimes the math don't be mathing, but yeah. But we're about to reach the hour mark, so before we wrap it up, I have
Yeah.
one more question for you.
Bet.
What's
Yeah, I
it
got a
called?
question for y'all too.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Oh
shit.
shit, man!
I
If
guess
I earn back,
we're going a little bit further then.
yeah. But
Our
what's,
first 2-hour episode.
what's one piece of advice that you would give your 19-year-old self, knowing what you know now?
I would tell
Deep.
myself one piece of advice. I'd say be a little bit more smarter with your money.
Don't buy that. Don't buy that wallet. Yeah.
buy-
Yeah,
wallet.
the bars and the drinking and the girls, it doesn't matter. And I just say, shit, I don't even know. I think I would just tell myself to just work smarter, not harder. That's really it. I think that's something I learned around like 22 years old. and I realized like it really hit me around that age. I was like, I'm not trying to work too hard. There's smarter. We're in a day and age, bro. Like the internet is insane.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys know what AI is. Like
Yeah, all
the
that
shit we
ChatGPT
have,
stuff going on.
If I could go back and tell myself, I'd be like, yo, get into some fucking artificial intelligence shit. Start hanging around like smarter people, and yeah, just be smarter with your money. Work smarter, not harder, and keep doing what you're doing. Because I was doing something right at 19.
Yeah.
I wasn't really like bullshitting, but yeah, I think that's what I would tell myself.
That's some bars.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, what would y'all tell yourself? How old are you guys?
I'm 23.
Okay.
And we're 25.
God
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
Hey, fuck.
How old is fuck?
Nah, what would you
freaking troll?
what
Those are age.
What would y'all tell yourselves?
So I was 19.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'll
deep.
start. I
Yeah,
guess
you
I'll start first.
Hold on, I didn't even think about this one.
I think mine would be something along the lines of what's it called? It goes into what we were talking about like waiting for the perfect circumstances to start. Because I used to be very much like that, and then I had to train myself to get in the mindset of just starting and then just figuring it out as I go.
Yeah.
So that like if anything, just do it. Nike.
Yeah. Start first, figure out the rest later.
Yeah.
I think mine would be take every opportunity that comes to you. Because I feel like a lot of shit came at me, but I was just a lazy fuck back then. So I would probably tell myself, get my ass up and take the opportunities that are given.
Smooth.
That was deep.
Yeah.
Mine would be have some more confidence. Yeah.
You beautiful.
Good.
Learn how to love yourself, and learn how to trust yourself, and learn how to know how to grow, because love and trust yourself. Being able to understand who you are as a person, being able to understand how you can impact the world, I think is something that everyone needs to know when they're a little bit younger, so they can figure out and grow a lot more when they're older.
Facts.
Yeah.
Smooth. That man got deep.
Yeah.
Damn. Shit.
Confidence.
Real dip.
Love.
What about you?
Yourself.
So you said you got like a last question on.
Oh yeah. So what is y'all's goal with this podcast? That's my question. Like, how big is this podcast gonna be?
So I mean, for me personally, at least, I like this. This doesn't. I'm not really looking for a number or an end goal. This is just like a kind of like a creative space for me to kind of vent and say whatever I want and share my creative freedom. So I mean, if it goes well, it goes well. But at the end of the day, if we still don't have numbers, I'm still happy of us doing it.
Smooth.
I'll hear yours first.
Okay. Shit.
Millions of dollars.
No, like all the money and like all the fame would be dope and all, but like, what's it called? I feel like I didn't have a lot of mentors growing up. So if anything, this is my way of like putting myself in a position to talk to the people that I want to talk to.
Yeah, that's
So if anything,
dope.
I want to be
Yeah.
able to host Grant Cardone or like Gary Vee or something like that one day too.
Crazy.
That'd be tough.
Yeah.
I think I talked about this earlier. Giving people of Atlanta a voice. I think a lot of us, like even us being in this room right now, we were like a lot smaller back then, But just the fact that we're in the room just talking about real shit is a product that shows that we're putting it in there. Like, everyone's seeing it right now, everyone's hearing it. So let's like grow Atlanta. That's what I wanted to do, and that's what I told him as well. Like we can really put Atlanta in the map, just
Yeah.
like the minorities too, or anyone, honestly.
Facts.
So that's kind of what I
I
wanted.
mean, it's crazy. You think about it, like collectively, like through all social media platforms, we have like a few 100,000 people following us. Why are you laughing? I mean, it's true. The numbers are right. The numbers are right.
All right.
Yeah, so I mean, like it's nuts. Like what we can really do.
Facts.
Yeah.
I like these numbers.
They look like my macros, but I mean, shit. I like it.
The math, not math.
Yeah. But again, thank you so much for coming on, man.
Nah, for sure. I appreciate you guys for having me. I mean, I think y'all's podcast is really gonna go crazy. I think.
I'm crazy. Winnie the Pooh.
But yeah, before we close out, there is there anything else that you want to plug or tag or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, follow me on Instagram if you guys want to go from fat to fit. Join my live free training every single Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. The website is www.fattofitworkshop/registration. It's 100% free, and then I give you the opportunity at the end to work with me and my team to get you right faster. So if you listen to anything I just said throughout this podcast is that success loves speed, work smarter, not harder, and listen to these guys because they're dropping game as well on their podcast. So make sure you subscribe to them as well and follow their page. But yeah, follow me as well, LEXMNTYA on Instagram.
I know I'll be following.
All right, yeah.
I swear he said this like a million times. He's so good at it.
All right, thanks guys. See you guys next
Appreciate
week.
y'all.
Peace.